everybody, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So if you've been liking the contents that I've been putting out there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and you'll get a new video 3 times a week. How's it going today, everybody? This is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So today I wanted to talk about bracing the front leg on the throw. Why is it so important to get a good foundation on this front foot? You know, bracing it down to the ground with your upper body weight. When you run up out of the X step, so as you're coming out of your X step, you've coiled, you know, because you're reaching back, you're turning your shoulders, and you've built up torque, you know, through your core. So as you reach back all coiled, as you step out with your lead foot and it hits the ground, your body weight shifts on top of that foot. So now my body is on top of my front foot, my back leg is relaxed or loose, no pressure. As my body's coiled and I start to pull through, to pull and throw the disc, it's very important for this foot to stay where it is, on the ground, not opening. So it looks like this, you know, when you're coming in, you're reaching back on the X step, you've coiled. As you stride out, this foot hits the ground, your body weight shifts to the front foot, which locks it to the ground. As you're reaching back, you build up tension through the core from your shoulder turn. Now, to release the disc with maximum power, you need your foot to stay perpendicular to the throw. You don't want your foot to open on the throw. When you're coming through to throw the disc, you need that foot to stay perpendicular. That way you will utilize your whole body to make the throw. If you open that foot early, so if you're back here and you've coiled, if this foot opens as you're throwing, you'll notice you lose all that body tension that you built up on the reach back. You can try it yourself. Just stand with your foot perpendicular, reach back, build up your coil, and just open this foot. And you'll notice that all of a sudden your body's lost all the tension that you're going to use, you know, to throw the disc. So it's very important when you run up and you come out of the X step, you reach out, this foot hits the ground, the foot stays perpendicular with your hips. So your hip and your front foot are perpendicular to the throw. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow your upper body to torque through faster because that foot has stayed perpendicular to the throw. Because of all the tension that you've built up on the reach back, so on the reach back, all the tension you built up through the core is locked in place because of that foot. And your hips staying perpendicular. As you reach back and as you pull through, it's going to keep your lower half of your body will stay here. The bottom half of the spring stays planted to the ground. The upper body rotates around. So you're here, and then the upper body rotates around to make your throw. I made a video on why it's important to step out on a stagger. You want your front foot in front of the back leg. You can see how my front foot is in front of the back leg. I made a video talking about that. I recommend watching it because it's very important on tying together this lower half of the spring. Keeping this hip back is very important. You don't want your hip to come in on the throw. So when you throw the disc and you step out, you have a stagger. That stagger with the braced leg is trying to keep your hip from getting in on the throw. You don't want your hip turning in on the throw. When I throw the disc, I don't want my hip turning in on the throw like that. I don't want my hip to help. It doesn't do anything. This hip needs to stay behind. And that happens because of the staggered step, which keeps this hip back. So I recommend watching that video. But when you come out, this front foot is very important. You know, put all your weight on it to lock it in place. So when you reach back, you stride out, this foot hits the ground. The weight shifts right on top of it. Then your upper body will snap through harder because this foot is attached to the ground. So I hope that describes, you know, why it's so important for your lead foot to be braced and perpendicular to your throw. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. Don't forget to subscribe.